What's up, everybody? It's Lito, and welcome back to Ace Attorney. Now, I am gonna say... Wait. No, I need to press... I decided to press that we should care. So, I am going to ask him that. Okay, indeed. We should care, yes. Should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. But, Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when you said, hey, it's almost Christmas! I heard the gunshots. The most ludicrous I've ever heard. Gotta press it till the bomb what happened. Yeah. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. Not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous. The lake photo, I presume? Because that is taken out. There, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Every time to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily. Something the matter, right? Your Honor, did you just hear what the witness said? He said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When you heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he said he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of that fact. Let's see what time the photo was taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 12:25. 15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Nice. Order. What does this mean? Two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Matter simple. The current witness is plain mistaken. Look at him. Suspicious. Well, no. Oh. There he's right. Heard the gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this false claim? Fired 3 times. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified this day heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. Third shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order. I guess that makes sense out of yesterday's testimonies. Bah, you waste your time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have any proof that the witness did just think he heard something? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, no turn back now. I think it has to be... Oh! Right here! Because the gunshot would have... Oh my god, I'm so... genius! Look at this photograph. Anyway, this is day my witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24, 1150. There's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph, it's why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, the photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ah. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That's why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. Order. That makes sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. It is true there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50 and another one at 15 one at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. There we go. Why ask you why? I'd rather better than quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. I have it. Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn the guilty verdict. Got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it. Right, I mean, is it safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch. Let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? Testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Did you finally realize the truth? There can be no other murder here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on the boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. Couldn't have been suicide. The guilty party has to be none other than the man on the boat. I admit it's hard to imagine any other possibility, yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? I have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15. Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. No way Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. The murderer and Hammond. It was the murderer and Robert Hammond. What are you saying? That contradicts what you just told the court. You said that Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before the gunshot. Defendant, Mr. Edgeworth, has a minute. Okay. Edgeworth and the murderer. Has to be. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Mr. Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to that lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. No, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face all that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous, Mr. Wright. Tell us the name of the murder then. I don't think it's Slaughter Hart. Can I present this? Does not seem so. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't? Bah, again, you waste my time. I don't know, because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Or he'd have to go all the way out on the lake to shoot someone. May I suggest the real scene of the crime was not on a boat? Where did the murder take place? Here, of course, the boat shop, where he lives. That way he can meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on a lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at that time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shot. Right, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really, but I think if we start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry had heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got on the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. And who fired the pistol? The boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. Shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Yes? Why'd he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details, details. Well, you run out of explanations, you lose. Tell us. Create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts the pistols and fires one shot. That ensures anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Miss Hart did Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and then he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. They put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired on that night on Gourd Lake. Woo! Fucking fire! It's my boy, Ace Attorney. Phoenix Wright. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has to say, yes? Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. That he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? Sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. Witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. Shall you find him quickly? We cannot allow him to get away. Well, Karma, your witness has disappeared. Search warrant has already been issued. Goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find the witness. Understood? One more thing. Just who is the boat caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Nice. That's how we do it. Defendant lobby number 2. Yay, Nick, you did it. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. What about Larry? That was something else. You know, Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Something feels like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. Could try to smile a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I didn't know where not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's little time left. I want to tell you to get off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. Memory of a crime that I committed. Crime you committed. Memory of a murder. Edgeworth. No. Yes. Edgeworth. No. All right. I don't like that. That doesn't bode well for us here. But anyway, for now, we'll head off. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.